Well, it's the year 2000 and the world didn't end. Yeah, I don't even know what I was worried about. Oh my god. A couple of weeks ago, I made some Fakemon that were based on various objects and aesthetics from the 2000s, my childhood decade. And if you watched until the very end of the video, then you would have seen the teaser for what we're making this week. That's right, I ain't done with these guys just yet. It's time to mega evolve our Y2K knights in shining plastic. The first Pokemon to Mega Evolve is Lavampa. This one is my favorite because I just love how the rendering turned out. If you've been watching all of my videos this year, then you'll know that I'm really trying my best to get out of my artistic comfort zone and really take my art to a new level. Hence why I took on the challenge of drawing a G-Max Rayquaza. I'm not gonna say Rayquaza, you can't make me. My first sketch is truly something, and it's not the good kind of something. I actually wrote some notes on what I wanted out of these designs, and for Lavampa, why can I not say that right? For Lavampa, I pretty much just jotted down that I wanted the glass to shatter and its lava to somehow explode out in a very fluid and controlled fashion. Is this chaotic neutral? Actually, that's a fun little side quest because I know for a fact that we've got some D&D fans here, so please let me know how you would align my Fakemon. I'm genuinely curious what vibes they give off. I'll share all their lore at the end of the video, don't worry. Anyways, Mega Lavampa is kind of getting both the Mega Excadrill and Chandelure treatment in that its armor is greatly expanded while its body remains the same size, and also it gains a whole lot more of something it previously had. I don't even know if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments. After sketching in the body, I went and added the details, the first of which being the shattered glass from its lava explosion. Oh, that sounds really disgusting when I say it out loud. I could make its art reminiscent of Mega Barbaracle, but that seems like the wheezy way out, the easy way out. I cannot speak today, I'm so sorry. I would probably be able to mirror its volcanic tendrils and call it a day, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I must stretch my brain and perhaps add a ridge or two. So I have this more dynamic pose going on where it's kind of reaching out to you. I like to think it gives it more personality in its artwork, and these Fakemon are not products, nor do they really need to be market friendly, so I really do have the freedom to just make their official art more complex if I want it to be that. Gotta manifest what you want out of life. Writing that down and saying it aloud is a very good way to manifest positive change. Whether you upload it online for the world to see is totally your choice though. Okay, I have a good sketch for Mega Lavampa, so I'm going to color it in, and the colors aren't terribly different to its original form. In fact, they're kind of exactly the same. The key difference here is that I've given the lava part some blue tips. In science, blue flames are hotter than yellow and red flames, so I'm going to apply that to Lavampa's lava. Now, I don't know if blue lava exists or if it would be hotter than yellow or red lava, but as far as the KyephaDex canon is concerned, it totally does, and it totally is. Now it is time to draw Mega Surdy, who I kind of teased in the previous Y2K video. Remember this talking, stereo, scary, terrifying thing? That's Mega Surdy. Okay, so Surdy was the hardest Fakemon to design in the original video, and I kind of had a meltdown just trying to make heads or tails of such a design. In the end, we got Water Disc, and I couldn't be happier. For its Mega Evolution, I am continuing the music theme, and honestly, this could probably work as a regular evolution, but here's some of my reasoning for it only being a Mega. The main thing is I want to make Mega Evolution, so yeah, it's the concept of the video I'm going with. But the other main thing is something that I think a lot of people forget about when designing or just engaging with fan-made Mega Evolutions, and that is the fact that these evolutions are temporary. You're not seeing them all the time, and they don't even appear all the time in battle. They're not in your face, so like the designs end up being either a minimal yet iconic change, like what we see with the likes of Mawile and Gardevoir, or they end up being so totally different or distinctive from their original forms, like Steelix and Audit don't know. This design I'm making is something I find very cool to look at, but I want it to be novel and exciting and, you know, temporary. The design itself is very different to Surdy, but it's not totally memorable just on its own. So that's basically another reason I decide if something should be an evolution or a temporary form, like a Mega or a G-Max or something else that's fan-made. Is the design slightly or very different, and would it hold up on its own, or is it only special because you don't see it very often? That's kind of what goes through my head. Anyways, I made a stereo. It's blue and it has waves because it's a water type. I know water and electronics aren't a very good combo, but if that's the case, then why do they call them sound waves? Riddle me that. Surdy's man body, I wrote man instead of main, so I'm going with it, is actually still pretty much intact and doesn't really change. It sits in the disk drive, kind of like it's going to control the giant puppet that is the stereo. The only change I made to its disk form is that I added another little tail to the top end, so that way it very vaguely resembles the Mega Evolution symbol. You know, the one with the D in it, you know what I'm talking about. The third and final Pokemon I drew for the Y2K video is called Pixie-Pix, and it is based on an older 2000s era digital camera. I have one that I bought last year, and it has been one of the greatest bringers of joy to me. I just love photography, that's why I studied it. The main idea with Mega Pixie-Pix is to turn it 90 degrees and have it in portrait mode. Pretty simple idea, but I also need the design to change a tad more than that. We gotta think outside the lens for a moment, people. Let's just assume this Pokemon is mega evolving due to changes in technology. Nowadays, you will not have much luck getting a 7.2 megapixel camera off the shelves of tech stores for $100. We just don't live in those times anymore, especially considering we have cameras on our phones. If you're looking to buy a digital camera, you're most likely going to find cameras that capture in 4K and have vlogging as a selling point. Not only that, but they also have expansion packs, like The Sims. So many options of lenses, straps, external flash lapel mics, the works. You can buy a photography studio and put it in your backpack. So Pixie-Pix isn't necessarily going to transform magically into a more updated camera, because I think that would be more of a case of an organic evolution, kind of like how the Porygon line works. So I guess the real question is, what is a temporary, I can't say that word right, transformation a camera can go through? A new lens. If you have never used a DSLR camera or similar, or you just don't even know what that is, then you probably didn't know that you can straight up just take a lens off a camera and click a different one on. There are many reasons as to why you as a photographer would want to do this, but this is a Fakemon video, so I'm not going to get too carried away with the bullet points of that. Just know that it is something a camera can do. Now, a personal digital camera from 2007 cannot do such a thing, but this is a fake creature that I made, so thankfully I can do what I want. Basically, this is all just an extremely long way for me to say, this is my idea. Okay, moving on. The beaded garland is going to be the same pretty much. Since the body doesn't change size, only the new lens, the garland will also not scale. But I did want to make the inner parts of the plastic flower kind of sprout. I just think it'd be kind of funny, nothing much else to it. Sometimes lenses have these like doors at the ends of them. That's not the professional term, I don't know what they're called. So I put like a half one on the end of Pixie-Pix's lens to make it look like a half closed eyelid. Color-wise, again, it all looks pretty much as it should, but I did make the lens black so that it would contrast greatly against the gray body, and also point out even more obviously that it is a totally new extension of its original form. If I kept it gray, it would have had the chance to look like it was just really zooming in on something, and I don't want to know what. Okay, I think it is high time we get out of here and take a look at our latest Mega Evolutions. With the Lavampurite, Lavampur evolves into Mega Lavampur. It is a fairy fire type with the ability Shattered. With this ability, Lavampur scatters 2 layers of spikes across the battlefield upon Mega evolving. The shards of glass that explode from its body are melted into the tips of its tendrils. They are the hottest parts of its body. Mega Evolution heats its body to the same temperature each time, so its lava never changes color. Now, I know how that sounds confusing compared to the last Dex entry, but basically what it means is that a Lavampa of any temperature in its base form will always mega evolve to the same temperature. So, you know, the other forms don't exist because I haven't drawn them, but in the Pokemon world, they are out there somewhere. Maybe subscribe for another Lavampa video. Using the Surdonite, Surdy becomes Mega Surdy. It is a fairy water type that has the ability Bubble Boom, which makes bubble moves deal 2 times damage with the additional effect of waking up any sleeping opponents. Mega Surdy's skin has such an elasticity that it can stretch out over 10 times its body size. The power of Mega Evolution allows Surdy to expand its skin into the form of a hollow stereo which holds water. I've just turned this Fakemon into nitro fueled. Oh my god, I'm so Crash Bandicoot built. Nightmare fuel. Okay, moving on. And finally, with the Pixie Pixite, you can evolve Pixie Pix into Mega Pixie Pix, a fairy grass type. It has the ability Nature Photography. This ability heals 10% of Pixie Pix's total HP when it attacks grass type Pokemon. The Mega Evolved form of Pixie Pix. Its large lens is capable of draining the life energy of grass type Pokemon. When it finds a Pokemon it wants to eat, it will use its lens to absorb the energy it needs to use its grabbing claw. Yeah, damn it. All these Pokemon are gonna kill you, I'm so sorry. Alrighty, those are my Mega Evolved Y2K Pokemon. Please let me know what you think of them in the comments below, and if you haven't seen the original video, then you should also check that out. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every single Fakemon Friday or Saturday if you live in Mirage Island, just like me. Also, a huge shout out to our channel members. Thank you so much as always. I really appreciate all of your support. Okay, I'm a little hungry, so I'm gonna go eat an entire packet of chips and then maybe another one.